So it is here, the secret rare card from the Tournament Power set, and I gotta say I'm a little disappointed. It's not like we didn't already have enough Gokus in the game, let alone all the secret rares, special rares, and super rares as Gokus. But I kind of wanted to be Kefla, but that's neither here nor there. They are revealing it a little earlier than usual, a week before the set comes out. And I'm going to go through the actual effect that goes through, or that is actually on the card. A few cards that people are a little bit worried about, and just overall playability and practicality of it. So this art, by the way, is okay. I think they missed an opportunity to make this a little bit better. Objectively or subjectively, I would say the other two secret rares are a lot better as far as the art, and maybe even as cards, but we'll go through it. So this is again the Son Goku, the Awakened Power. He is a green for 4 and an 8 if you want a hard cast. I mean if you really need to. He has 45,000 in power, 10,000 combo power. I don't think that's ever going to change. And he is an EX evolve for 1 energy, doesn't specify what, but you place 1 Universe 7 from your hand into the drop area and evolve it on a Universe 7 Son Goku with an energy cost 6 or more, not 5 or more. So you can't use this for the yellow Universe 7, so they specify it for the other green UI Goku. So this, again, this is an ultimate card. You can only have 1. He does have Victory Strike. So this is very specific in what it is. It's just like Whis, but instead you actually have to deal damage by attacking, and then you win the game. So there's a few caveats to this, and a few things that you have to worry about. And I mean, although Bandai, the people who created Mecha Frieza pre-errata, they did put some thought into it, and a lot of people are calling this slow, trash, or whatever. Come on, guys. It's a secret rare, and they're not just going to give us a card that automatically will win the game for no reason. Come on, guys. It's a secret rare that is, for one, probably more for collection purposes, and 2, they're not just going to give us a card that allows you to win automatically. It's just not going to happen that way. This is the closest that it's going to be next to Whis, in just practicality forms. I mean, pre-errata Mecha Frieza was basically the auto win, especially if you're running Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And again, this one, as long as you plan it right, which you're gonna have to do it for any card or any deck. I'm trying to understand the backlash as far as it goes, and I do see some people who think this is a strong card. I personally think it's a strong card, as any secret rare should be. I don't think it's very practical, but when you do get it out and you have the right circumstances, this is really good. So if we actually take a look, before we take a look into other cards that associate with it, for the other cards, the other secret rares, I think both of them, especially if you see it in person, look really, really good. If you're just looking at it on a card art standpoint, I think they look better than this card. I think this card is actually going to look really good in person, just because of all of the sparkly and hollowness going on. The only goldness is the actual Spirit Bomb sort of attack he's going on with the Kamehameha Spirit Bomb. That looks like a Kamehameha Spirit Bomb to me. And the gold lettering, all that. I think it's going to look good in person. Just these two look really good in person. Just the way that they're designed with the gold and just overall. But for these guys, so if you take a step back, so this requires, if we go to, okay, oh, here it is. Oh, okay, all right, relax Shenron's lair. I don't know if you guys have been having issues with Shenron lair too, but it's been a little wonky lately. Anyway, so this is what you have to do. This is basically what you have to do. First, you're gonna have to have this guy summoned. So turn 4 or 5, you're gonna have to use 5 energy, and then go and summon this guy. And what he does, you draw a card. When you play this card, you draw a card, and you choose one up to 1 of your energy and switch to active mode, right? So that's good and all, but only allows you to use 1 energy, or allows you to use 1 energy, or be available to 1 energy. So that's a little restricting, unless you're running blue and you get a Senzu Bean after you attack. You can choose 2 cards from your life and add it to your hand, and this gains 10,000 power. And if you remember, if you didn't know already, the gain in 10,000 power, or any power gained, is carried over to the next EX Evolve. So when you do EX Evolve, you use 1, which is why you untap 1. You place 2 of the Universe 7 from your hand in the drop area, and evolve it on a 5 or more Son Goku Universe 7, which is that guy. He's the only guy you can evolve it on. And then, since this is a 8 cost or more, which, by the way, in the future, since this does specify only a 6 cost, not 8 cost, in the future we might have more Universe 7 cards that are Goku upcoming. So I mean, that's something to keep watch about. And Shenron's lair is going wild right now. Oh boy, I really don't want to switch to DBS decks. It looks too clunky and a little too ugly for me. But while this is deciding what it wants to do, I'll just sort out to the yellows. This guy is very, very strong. If you do have a green leader, it doesn't specify the Universe 7 green leader, which is the Goku one, which I'll get to in a second. You get to choose 1 card from your opponent's hand and or 1 card from their battle card area and place into the drop area. So you can board clear or get 1 out of their hand before you summon on or EX Evolve onto the secret rare. This does have triple attack and critical. So the way I play it, I already built a deck for this guy. I haven't unveiled it. I haven't really been playing it. But when I did play it, it was super fun. I did not use this guy as the leader simply because blue is just a lot better to get off the combos and manipulate your energy. And I just ran a lot of blue, and this guy is too restricting, so you can't use Senzu Bean for him. So that's a huge issue right there. But I added in some Champas, so if you have 2 Champas, that's already quadruple critical right there as a threat. And if they don't have enough counters, or if you run Battering Laser, which this guy again is yellow, and so is a lot of other Universe 7 cards like the Universe 7 representative and as well as Master Roshi, it is very easy to run Battering Laser. Just putting that out there. And so you do choose 1 up to 1. I mean, you really don't have to use this one, but if you do end up using that one, in a perfect world, you choose 1 card from your opponent's hand and you reduce their combo power, and that's basically why they did that. So you attack twice for critical and get those 35,000, probably 45,000 if you do take the 2 life from the full power Spirit Bomb Goku, and then you utilize the secret rare, if we switch back to that, and evolve for 1. So again, this is why I don't really like this guy, because he doesn't have access to any of the extra cards, and this is why I wouldn't build one with him, but I will still try him out. He still is good. He has 15,000 on the underside and as well as the flip side, plus he does have access to negating attack only when the leader card is attacked, so that is still pretty good. But it's just his draw power is okay, because he does draw on both sides. Anyway, so in a perfect world, you would summon this guy, the Universe 7 full power Spirit Bomb Goku, and then EX Evolve on this guy. Again, since his leader is green, he doesn't really have access to the Senzu Bean or Unyielding Spirit Trunks. So when you do swing for him, personally I'll be using the Gohan leader, and then swing for 45,000 critical, and then use Senzu Bean and as well as Unyielding Spirit Trunks. And when you do draw, I mean, you're going to be drawing a lot with Gohan, so you're going to be having those cards. It's just going to happen. So you have what, 55,000 critical, and maybe even double strike if you have a Champa, untap 2, and then evolve on the secret rare, and then a swing, and then since his skill cannot be negated, and as well his attack, he can't be cold bloodlusted, he can't be countered. So the only thing is basically the same thing as UI Goku, just without the bounce. And they have to combo out, but at that point you're probably going to be at 45 to 55,000, and it's just like a Hercule, but actually useful. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into this, and I get it. and it's going to be a little bit predictable because there's only one target for the actual chain to keep to start going. But if you pull it off right and you have those bad ringlings, if you do have again for Cold Bloodlust, so that way this doesn't get Cold Bloodlusted or anything else, and if you do have everything set up where their board is cleared, or you know, if you do have the green leader, you can do that every time he attacks and clear up to 2. It's really good. I think it's really good in that retrospect, but it does take a lot of energy, so you might have to use objections if you do use the Gohan leader, or maybe even Vegeta. I mean, it's up to you, but I personally think the Gohan is the best leader. I think overall it's going to be a doable thing if you want to run it. It's not as bad as you think. So there's a few other things before I end this video. The first thing is that the strategy Universe 7 strategies of Universe 7 is an activate main, is a 0 cost, which is great, but it's only Red Saiyan. So this guy, and as well as the secret rare is not affected by these things. It would be cool if you use this in a Vegito deck. So if you think of it as a Vegito deck, you can do that. You can totally do that, and then choose all Red Saiyans in the battle area, and then gain barrier. So that is a thing that you can do. So with the Vegito leader, you can just use this card. But Vegito is going to be a little bit slower, so you would have to plan accordingly as far as that goes. So this guy right here, so for 3. You get to have barrier and then activate main. You look at the top 7 on the top 7 of your deck, and then choose Universe 7 and play it by paying the cost. So what you could do if you just don't have it in your hand, but you do have all the other pieces, you could use his actual effect and then play him for 5 and then start the chain. So that is an option. And again, I've said this in videos before that the Tournament Power set is very in of itself, like it relies on itself. So it's very, again, it's a theme booster. Like that's a no-brainer, right? So you could do that and then get it going. Universe 7 representative, this is searchable. This card, that card, the secret rare, all of those are actually searchable. This is probably the, well, okay, I was gonna say it's the only other card, but when I was thinking about it, Vegito isn't searchable, so you're gonna have to draw him, and then Son Goku is searchable, the GT Super Saiyan 4. So okay, so that is an upside. You can search for him for 1, or even for not for that one, but the 1-drop Goku that searches the top 3. So that is an option. Mafuba is not gonna work against this guy. I don't know why people are saying that. It says negate the attack, and it also says on that card, the secret rare, that you can't be negated, so it's not gonna work. If this doesn't work, all the other stuff doesn't work either. It doesn't place on the card. It doesn't place the card in the drop area because it's just not on there. You wasted 2 energy to do a Mafuba that doesn't work. So I'm just saying, I'm just pointing that out there. So Yajirobe, if you're gonna be running blue or anything, I personally always throw in a couple Yajirobes because of threats just like this. But if they are running, or if you are running the secret rare with the green Goku and as well as this guy, this is why they gave you the choice to do 1 from the hand or as well as 1 from the battle area. So when you do think about it, or when you do play this guy that is, you can either reduce their combo power, or if you have blocker threats, it's going to be this guy. I mean, it's going to be this guy, it's going to be the Android 16, it's going to be another blocker revenge or another blocker. Again, it's up to you to ramp up and play throughout the game, knowing that if the other person has blockers on their field, you're going to have to clear them. And for Universe 7, you do have the Krillin. For any other deck, you do have, like, I don't know, like Son Goten or any other removal. So there are options for you, and you just, I mean, these things, like, I mean, I get it. I get it. It's unpractical. I get it. It takes a lot, but it's doable. It's like they thought about this. The only thing that's concerning for me is the worst, the bane of my existence, the Grand Lord Shigesh, and that is explosive spirit, or explosive Goku. I'm just gonna go look for it. Like Shenron's lair, I don't know if you look, this is not laggy, but like Shenron's lair is just like killing me right now. And I can't oh, Explosive Spirit Goku. So the one that you can Shigesh to for 3, and then you can pop a card that's in rested mode. So when that card does attack, it's gonna be in rested mode just like any other card, except for like Jiren or something. But this guy right here, when you do pop him, Shigesh is really the only one that is kind of an annoyance. So what I would say to that is that if you do build it in a certain way, like I made a profile for him already, but the one that I'm running with the actual Son Goku, the EX Evolve one, I do have a lot of red in it. So I might be playing that new SR hit where you can look at 2 and then make them drop 35,000 or more. So that is the 4-drop hits. Hopefully Shenron Lair. I'm not trying to make this a long video because your site wants to mess up. Oh boy. Well, you get, oh, here it is. So you play this card and your opponent reveals their hand, which is just strong as AF. And yeah, I just said that. Choose 2 battle cards with 35,000 or less and send them to warp. So it's not even to the drop areas, to the warp. And then they return all to the warp to the hand. So when you do swing with this guy, at least you can take 2, and you can see their hand. And again, plan accordingly. So that's one of the things that you have to think about and do. So that's really about it. That's the only things that really come to mind right now. I'm sure there's other stuff that's going to come out. I'm sure there's other deck profiles that have come out. I'm going to build one with this guy just to see if it's really doable and if I can actually use him. And let me know what you think. You know, let me know if you think it's still trash or if you think it's a good card, if you think they went in a good direction. I personally think, again, Kefla should have been the thing, or the SCR. And I know she's not going to be the one in set 4, simply unless they have 2. Simply because it's Goku's lineages or Goku's family, and it's just going to be more Goku cards or something relevant to it. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Later.